Well, hello YouTube, welcome to Crony Biker's Garage. In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you a review on this Aoocci C6 Pro, which they've kindly sent me for free. Now, I've been really excited to get this one because from what I can see, it's packed full of tech. And there's also a couple of safety things that I think this offers that not all the others offer. Let's have a quick look in the box and then we'll think about getting it on. And today I've decided I'm going to fit it on the CRF 300 Rally because this is my commuter bike and there's a feature on this that I think is going to be really handy. So without further ado, let's open the box. I'll just lay everything out on the table because we've all seen an unboxing video before. So for anybody wondering, when you put the SD card in, it's the coloured front to the front. Okay, so you just place it in, tweezer's job. Just press it down and it clicks into place. SD card is in. Put the rubber cover back on and we're away. Now, one of the things that appeals to me about this, apart from it having the cameras, is the tyre pressure monitor. And I'll tell you a quick story. I had a KTM 1190 years back. And I'd gone to Wales for the day and I parked my bike up and when it was time to go I jumped on and within seconds the dashboard on my KTM, which already had the factory fitted tyre pressure monitors, I got a triangle on the dashboard saying warning tyre pressure. So I stopped and I was unfortunate to find a rusty old razor blade had gone into the tyre. Tubeless tyres on that bike, and I realised then how good it is to have a tyre pressure monitor on your bike. So we're about to get all that on a CRF 300 Rally. Now it does come with a little bit of a screen protector on it, so we'll leave that on for now. So there's your three wires. You've got controller, remote control, that one's to the power, and then you've got front and rear cameras. Dead simple. So there we are, you put the anti-vibration rubbers in. You might need some tweezers or something to get them lined up. There we are. That's what it wants to look like. Oh, that's a nice feature. They give you those anti-tamper. Bolts. So but you know, if you're like me and I commute on this bike all year round, and the amount of days where somebody nearly wipes me out or something, and it's just going to be brilliant to have the peace of mind that if anything did happen, if the worst did happen, you would have it on camera. Now I've also read that this unit does come with a G-Shock sensor. So if you had a bit of a off or you hit the deck, the unit would automatically save the file that's being recorded at that time. So that comes like that. Anodised aluminium bracket. My only concern is that hole looks a bit big, but I do know they give you some inserts. So let's get it on the bike. I have just had to whip the screen off because both the bolts go into the back. So if you've got a windscreen facing you, you might have to whip your windscreen off. Tell you what, this bracket feels really sturdy as well. Sometimes you only get a plastic bracket with these kind of units, but this one is standing out to me already. Another thing I like about this is it's quite short. The mounting arm is quite short. Sometimes they're sticking out right out here into your face, which I don't like. So on my bike, I'm not going to use the waterproof power box. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the USB one. And these are those waterproof connectors with a little rubber O-ring in it that you can screw together. But they do have an arrow on both sides. Make sure the arrows are lined up. Right, that's that mounted and it's plugged in. Next thing is get the remote control on. Now we've just got to run the cables, find a neat way to connect the cables, and then it's onto the cameras. Well, there we are. That was dead easy. The trickiest one was, and it weren't even tricky, is to get the back camera. So I put it on the back mud guard, just ran the cable under there, under the seat, and then I've just had to remove this side panel. Well, I didn't remove it, I just pulled it away, ran the cable up, zip tied it to there. All the cables are there. That's my USB, and that's it. It's so easy, honestly, and it feels dead sturdy. They do give you some. Never mind about that. They do give you all the different sizes for whatever accessory size bar you've got, and they also give you a spare camera mount in case one breaks. They give you a spare. Well, it's not a spare. They give you a extension lead for the front camera, but because my camera is mounted right there, I didn't need the extension, it just went straight in, so that was easy. Now we've just got to install the tyre pressure sensors, and I will just check my tyre pressures before I fit these. They give you these sensor locking nuts, so it's dead easy. You just put that on, you just tighten that up, you just tighten the locking nut up, and it just stops that from working loose, that's all. Well, let's connect the phone first, okay? Right, Android Auto. Change it to Android mode. And then you'll just go to, there it is. Pairing in progress. Pair, yes. Welcome to Android Auto, continue. And there we are. You've got your navigation, which is brilliant because when it's in that position, it's right head-up display, which is really good for not having to take your eyes off the road, as you know. We've also got, you've got Spotify, which I love. I mean, not everybody likes to listen to music while they're riding. I do. Any app that works on Android Auto will work on the Aoocci C6 Pro, and I like how it's a nice slimline design, but the beauty of it is, as everybody knows, I mean, if I'd have had this the other week when I was out with the TRF lads, it would have been brilliant because I would have been able to record the moment when that fella went into the back of me and sent me over the handlebars. That would have made for some good viewing. But so in terms of safety, two of the things that stand out to me on this is, number one, you've got basically a dash cam, front and rear dash cam. You've also got the tyre pressure monitors, which is dead handy if you've got a bit of a slow puncher. And we'll go into setting a few other things up. So what we want to do is, we want to change a few things. Speed for a start, miles per hour. Phone audio on, yes. Auto bright, we'll have that on. Did you see when I touched the auto brightening, it just dropped the brightness down a little bit? Driving recorder. Okay, so now you've got a little built-in speedometer on the GPS, which is dead handy. You can use that to calibrate your actual speedo. But as I say, you've got the remote control, so you can go phone. Oh, that's press for music. All right, so that all phone button and the music button. What does that one do? Okay, so that one sends you back to the home screen, and then the bottom one. So on the camera one, you can cycle through rear camera, both cameras, or front camera. That's the bit I'm interested in, the rear camera. Because how handy is that going to be when you're just driving along and you've got it's like having a rear view mirror. So we're going to go out for a little ride now and we're going to put it to the test. One other thing I forgot to mention, it does give you a sun shield, a sun visor, and it gives you 3 little screws to mount that. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. not the most favourable weather conditions, but I find that rear view camera, which you can switch between, front, rear or both, which I think is bloody brilliant. You've also got the GPS speedometer, and then back to Android Auto. I do have a Cardo Pack Torque fitted on my crash helmet, so if I was to press the top button, which is phone or play music, if I press that top button, it will automatically start playing the music in my headphones. But this is an ideal time, you know, if you're down a country lane and you want to see if there's anybody coming up behind you, there you go. This, believe it or not, is a national speed limit down here. Another plus point for a vlogger, you're recording everybody in front and everybody behind you. If you choose to use that footage ever in one of your videos. G sensor, we'll have it on middle. We'll just go through a few settings. We'll have a look on the dashboard at some of the things you can do. Loop recording, you can change it 1 minute, 3 or 5. We'll have it on 5 minutes. Resolution, full HD 1080, we'll have that. Loop recording, date and watermark. Do you want the, yeah, we'll keep that on. If you're ever involved in an insurance thing, you've got your date, although we need to set the date. GPS speed on or off, we'll have that on. Recording settings, recording on. GPS switch, that's on. Back camera mirror, that's on. Oh, altitude, we'll have that. Now I'm looking for, how do you set the time setting? Right, pressure at low alarm, we need it on PSI, we'll have it on PSI, okay? So you can change everything, bars to PSI, temperature, miles per hour to kilometres per hour, tyre warning, okay, we'll have that on. So we'll have the low alarm, because this bike only runs 22 PSI, so we'll set low to 15, and we'll set high, because if it was 30 that would be too high, wouldn't it? We're on centigrades here in the UK, and there you go, look, with tyre pressures 22 front, 23 rear, which is fine. So there really is a lot of things you can choose from. So if I press that, that brings you back here. There we go, there's the time in the day. Yeah, so you can go into replay and you can pick some of your previous videos and watch them back, or delete or save. So as you can see, the unit, it's a really nice neat unit. It's a 6.25 inch display, full HD 1080, automatic brightness for day and night mode, 140 degree wide angle, so you get a lot of the road in. Now, as I say, this comes with a 64GB SD card, but you can upgrade to a 256 SD card if you like. The unit itself is IP67, so no worries there, and it can operate anywhere from -10 degrees C up to 60 degrees C. The way this will come in handy for me, I'm in the TRF, and a few of you might know I had a bit of a spill just before Christmas. One of the benefits of using one of these is you're not risking your phone getting damaged. You can have that on full screen, I believe. Yeah. So there we are, I've got my thick winter gloves on, okay. Yeah, it is working. I can put my liked songs on, shuffle, play, and that's with a big thick glove on as well. Yeah, it operates fine. It works fine with the oh, it's telling me my phone battery's a bit low. But there we have it. Now don't forget, if you follow the link in my description, there is a discount code. I would like to thank Aoocci for sending me this free product to try. And I think this unit is going to be dead handy for going on a few European trips. I've got a little trip over to Bruges coming up soon. But yeah, all in all, it seems like a really well built, well put together aluminium casing navigation screen. And what I like about it is this CRF, it's a little bit basic with a basic screen, and now it just brings it up a level to, I mean, the Africa Twin comes with Android Auto built in as standard, so now this just brings this bike up a little bit more, tyre pressure monitors, etc. So we'll just have a look if there's anything behind us. So if you are interested in getting one of these units, there's a tasty little discount in the link in the description to this video. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, a like and a subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.